On the Bloomberg Forum in London, I'm Eilish Brennan. Joining me is Henry Newrick. He's the president of Caribbean Marine Recovery, which was set up by a group of US investors to look for buried treasure. Now they're planning a $10 million share offering in London. This is the first of its kind to finance a marine salvage operation. Mr. Newrick, this is a rather unique investment opportunity. What's actually going to lure investors into investing in your company?
I think one of the unique aspects of this particular quest is the fact that for the first time a treasure hunt or marine salvage operation is now being made available to the smaller investor, as opposed to the traditional approach where it's been high net worth individuals who've participated in the past. And since the publicity first broke, we've had many phone calls from investors wanting to details of the project.
Why did you choose London's alternative investment market for the share offering?
Well, our original intention wasn't in fact to choose the alternative investment market. We were just going to raise the money through a private placement here in the UK, but because we complied so closely to the new regulations for the alternative investment market, it was then felt by our brokers that we just go that extra step and give the shares transferability, which arises as a result of being listed.
And the requirements on the AIM are less stringent than, say, the requirements in the United States?
Of course, yes.
Okay. Now, can you tell us exactly what your company is trying to do?
Well, what we're trying to do is that we've negotiated an arrangement with the government of Antigua and Barbuda for the next 5 years. It's renewable, whereby we have an exclusive license to salvage all the wrecks within the waters of Antigua and Barbuda, and in total there are documented just under 200 wrecks.
Right. Now, what expertise or what advantages does your company have over the other hundreds of treasure hunters out there?
Well, there are lots of treasure hunters out there, but many of them are what I would call dreamers. The people involved in Caribbean Marine are all experienced in their various disciplines. One of our key people has been diving for well over 40 years now and is very actively involved in marine salvage with considerable success for the last 25 years.
So what salvage operations has he been involved in that have been particularly successul?
He's been involved in an attempt on the Lutine some years ago, the General Grant down in New Zealand waters, the Tobermory Galleon in the UK, as well as other ventures around the world.
And what's the value, say, of the artefacts or the goodies found in these treasure salvage operations?
To date, the artefacts that have been realised as a result of this gentleman's efforts have been run into the small millions, but not in the tens of millions or anything like that.
Now, who do you think is actually going to end up investing in your company?
I think that the main investors will likely be business and professional people that have higher than normal incomes and at the same time want to have a punt, as it were, on something that where the risk is high but equally the rewards can be equally high. Our brokers here in London did an expedition not so long ago, and the investors in that project got a 700% return within 9 months.
Right. Now, and what shipwrecks have you identified for a salvage operation?
We've identified 20 shipwrecks to date. We plan on working in the first 12 months or so on 5 of these. These include a Spanish dhow, a Spanish galleon, an English warship, the HMS Griffin, and an early pirate ship, also of English derivation.
Okay, well, thank you, Mr. Newrick, and good luck with the venture.
Thank you.
I was speaking with Henry Newrick, president of Caribbean Marine Recovery. On the Bloomberg Forum in London, I'm Eilish Brennan.